It's snowing outside and I'm inside because I don't like too cold. I don't like it being so cold. So I'm inside. Hopefully it doesn't snow too much so I don't have to use a snowblower tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Hey, this is Scott Weidenkipowicz, a storyteller with a camera, talking about all the things photographers like you and I are thinking about. And in this video, I'm gonna answer a question that somebody had about car interiors. Okay, so I have photographed my own car interior for the fun of it, just for the fun of it. And I've never done it for client work. It would be cool to get hired by Tesla to photograph a Tesla, but I've never photographed a car professionally for a client, just for fun, car shows, my own cars, and so on. But here we go. Question I had was about how to photograph car interiors. Car interiors are tricky because just like car exteriors, you've got some reflective surfaces, whether it's reflective wood materials, fake wood, real wood, some reflective plastics, and of course, windows. Windows are highly reflective. Step one would be a wide lens, in particular, 20 millimeter, 14, 16 millimeter. And this is not for the entire interior, but this is for when you want that wide view of an entire interior. Let's say you're in the back and you want to get everything all the way to the front. I personally have a 14-30 lens for my Nikon Z6 and Z7 II, and I have a Nikon 20 millimeter lens that's actually for an F mount, and I use the FTZ adapter for my Z bodies. Eventually I'll replace that with a Z mount 20 millimeter lens, but for now, FTZ adapter. So the wide lens lets you get that full wide view to make the car seem really large. But then there's times when you're going to need closer images, and that's where a macro lens could come in handy. You don't need a zoom lens, but a macro lens will allow you to get nice detailed photos of specific parts, the driver's area, the passenger seats, and stuff like that. But it also lets you get the really close up, like the shifting and the buttons and the radio, things that have really fine details. Now, how do you remove the reflections? You remove reflections by using a polarizer filter. Get a polarizer filter that'll fit your biggest lens, the biggest filter size for your lens, and then use step down rings, or step up rings rather, to get from your smaller lenses to the big filter. So you only have to buy one filter. The polarizer lens will go in front of the lens, you can turn it and find that point in the filter that completely removes reflections. Of course, you're going to want to stabilize that camera, so you might want a tabletop tripod or a very compact tripod that gets small to take up very little room in the car, but at the same time lift the camera up so you can get to the right heights as needed. I personally use really right stuff tripods, but there's many companies who make great ones. There's MePhoto, there's Peak Design has one, Benro tripods, and Gitsu, and Manfrotto, and Three-Legged Thing. There are so many tripods out there. If you happen to need light, I recommend getting portable LED lights because you're not going to need strobes in an object like a car. You can go with portable LED lights that are battery powered. In fact, the Aputure MC might be the perfect. Check out the video I did about the Aputure MC and consider that multiple of those for this job. One of the coolest part about the Aputure MC, besides from it being tripod mountable or light stand mountable, is that you can also magnet it to metal surfaces. So there are times where you might find a magnetic object in the car where you can actually slap that light on and 1, 2, 3, done. So there you go. Those are what I would do to get beautiful photographs inside of a car's interior. Like I said, I've only done it for myself. I've done it at car shows and for my own cars. I've never done it for a client, but that is what I would do if I was doing it for a client. I would take every necessary precaution to make sure that I get clean, beautiful, crisp images without reflections. If you like this video, click the subscribe button below right now. I publish new videos every Monday and Thursday whenever possible. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer on this channel, just comment below and I will try to get to that in one of the next videos. Thanks for watching.